here, and welcome back to another deck profile. So earlier today, I was at the Columbus Regional with my friend holding the camera here. We're trying some new setup today, and I borrowed his Magnet Warrior deck, and I just decided I would have a little fun with my first regional, my first official regional. I usually just play at locals, but I figured I'd give a higher tier competitive thing on chance, and this is what I came up with, and I enjoyed it, he enjoyed it, but this deck is definitely, don't take Magnet Warriors to an event that you want to win. This is definitely for fun. The only game that I actually won, it was because I drolled him, and he was playing Dark Warrior, and I drolled him, and that was game 1. Game 2, I got absolutely destroyed because he's playing Dark Warrior. And in game 3, he just opened up so terrible and ended on a set card, and it was Link Karibo. And he passed, and then I just Gorgonic Guardian to negate the Karibo and then smacked him in the face really hard. So, that was the only game I won. Round 1, I lost to Thunder Dragons. Colossus really hurts this deck because, Beta and Alpha search, and they're definitely the best cards in your deck, and Colossus just shuts your deck down. Game 2 was against that Dark Warrior deck I was talking to you guys about. Game 3, he just left, so he dropped out before we even dueled, so. And then game 4, I lost to ABCs, so that happened. It wasn't really. It was I could have done something. He had a Union Hanger out and A and B. I thought for some reason that he had the C, but he didn't, and I let the Union Hanger go, and I just summoned Guardian, and I summoned Mrs. Radiant and Gorgonic Guardian, and should have went for the Phoenix to pop the field spell. So that's all about that. I just decided to drop out next round and try and play in a side event and all that stuff. So, well, this is the deck I was using for the tournament. I'll get Noah's deck in the next video. And let's start things off with the main deck. I have 3 Alpha, 3 Beta, and 3 Gamma. So Alpha searches on normal or special summon. He searches any level 8 Magna Warrior. Beta on normal or special, he searches any level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior that outside of him. And Gamma lets you special summon 1 except for himself. And so these are your core of the deck, and obviously to summon out your big boss monster, Berserkion. He's a different Buster Dragon. So for those of you who don't know, he takes Alpha, Beta, Gamma to summon him, and you could just banish 1 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior from your graveyard to pop a card. And then when he is destroyed, you can go ahead and special summon back those 3. So he can't tag out like ABC can, and I think that's why this is, and the fact that he's in the main deck, and I think that's why this deck is just discount ABCs essentially. And yes, I'm only saying that to upset Noah because he absolutely hates it when I say that. Honestly, it's just different ABCs. It's different enough to not make it competitive, but it's different, and it was really fun to play this deck. But yeah, Colossus really hurts. You can't use Alpha or Beta, so.
Cough, cough, more fun version of ABCs?
Then I'm running 3 Block Dragon. Block Dragon also, Colossus also hurts the Block Dragon because you can't search when it's destroyed, so. I'm running 2 Doki Doki, 2 Delta, and 1 Sentry Soldier. The Doki Doki is an easy way to get out more Magnet Warriors, and it was an easy way to make Summons work. Delta is if you're running Magnet Warriors, run it at least 2. Because your Magnet Warriors can tag out into Delta, and only Delta, or, I mean, you could play the normal monsters, but Delta's better, and he's just a Foolish Burial for the archetype, and then Sentry Soldier, as long as you control rocks, he has a free body on board, which also helps with Summon Sork plays. I figure I should probably mention the sleeves at some point. I did not play the deck in the tournament like this, obviously. These are just to differentiate between my cards and his cards, because I obviously, as I said before, I borrowed the deck, so this is just to differentiate between my cards and his cards. Just for simplicity's sake for us, because I already unsleeved the deck, and he's like, you know what, let's do a deck profile on this. So, anyway, we got 3 Pankatops and 4 hand traps. I'm remaining 3 Ash and 3 Droll. Honestly...
That's 6 hand traps.
Yes, it is. It is 6 hand traps. I don't know why I said 3. It's 6 hand traps.
You said 4.
I said... I don't know what I said. You know what? It's Ash and Droll. I figured there would be more Dark Warrior than there actually was at the regional. There was a lot more Rogue than I actually thought there would be. So, be that as it may, Pankatops is really good because he is Earth, so he can be the summon, can fulfill the summon condition of Block Dragon, which is really helpful, and Droll and Ash are just really good all around. 3 Magnetic Field and 2 Terraforming. Magnetic Field is essentially the heart and soul of the deck. Kind of like ABC, Magnetic Field extends your plays so much that if you don't have it, the deck just... it's bad. It's just really bad. If you've ever fought against an ABC without Union Hanger, you'll know what I mean. It's just bad. I've also got 2 Burial from a different dimension. This is to help get back more targets for Block Dragon or Berserkion, and it's just an all-around good card. I got 1 Mouse Reborn, 1 Soul Charge, and Pot of Inquisitiveness. You could either... I don't know an exact ratio you should play these at. I just preferred the 1 Inquisitiveness and 2 Burial. But the Inquisitiveness is another way to recur your resources, and it doesn't... you don't even have to do it on your Alpha Beta Gamma. You could also do it on a Banished Pankatops or something like that, if you want to throw that back in the deck or something. So... and now for the extra deck, I have 3 Gorgonic Guardian. This was a really good play. If you're playing a rock deck, rank 3, this is the best rank 3 you can go into, because Gorgonic Guardian can be so oppressive at times. In fact, this card won me one of my games against the Dark Warrior guy. This won me the 3rd game against Dark Warrior because I negated Karibo, so he couldn't stop my attacks. So, then I played Levier. I definitely wish I would have played the 2 Levier over the 1 Breaksword. There were times when I only went into Levier once, but when I did, I wanted this. I wanted to go into the second one. I had a Summon Sork out, and I went into the first one. I was going to go into the second one, but then I'm like, you know what? No, I can't do that. So, oh well. You definitely would play 2 of him as an extra precaution, even if that never comes up for you. Levier is just so good with you banishing everything and stuff like that. Don't play Breaksword. It's not worth it with Berserkion in your deck, and I don't know where my Regeki went. It's probably in one of my other decks because I took the stack apart. But I played Regeki, in case you counted, and this is only 39. There's a 40 card Regeki. My bad. Forgot. Whoops. But play this over... you have so many different removal options. Don't play this. Play Levier. Baguska, never went into him. This was in case I had to... I had 2 Deltas on board. Never went into him. Don't play it. Link Monsters, I played Phoenix and Cerberus. I don't have the money for a Unicorn, so just Phoenix and Cerberus. I found them to be fine. Didn't really need the Unicorn at all. Underclock Taker, it's just another Link 2 that points down that generic materials, unlike Mrs. Radiant, who doesn't have generic materials, 2 Earths. So, if I ever get stuck using hand traps, never summoned it, but if I ever get stuck having to use a hand trap or one of my non-Earth Link monsters, definitely will help. Then I'm running Proxy Dragon in case I somehow have a Soul Charge and just a bunch of a crazy hand. This came up in testing once, and I'm like, you know what, I can make a U-Link with this, so I'm just going to go ahead and play Proxy Dragon in here, just in case that ever happens. So, you don't have to play it, but then I'm running Summon Sork. Everyone in the deck is Rock, outside of the hand traps or Breakatops, so this is really good. In fact, it's just, whenever I believe I won every game I went into this. I didn't mean to win the won the match, but won every game that I went into Summons Work in order to just extend my plays. This is so amazing in this deck. Yeah. This is one of those decks that doesn't, like, it uses Summons Work, but it doesn't abuse it in crazy ways. And then for the Link 4s, I had Borreload Dragon and Borreguard Dragon. Borreload because Borreload and Borreguard because it's the only other Link 4 I had, and it's actually pretty decent if you have a second copy of your Field Spell in your hand, or if you don't care about getting rid of Field Spell, you could just, look at him trying to slide a Saryuja in there. Yeah, don't play Borreguard. Don't play Borreguard. I'm trying to make up some random excuse for it. Don't play him. He's just bad.
Play that.
Go away.
No.
Alright, for the side deck. 3 Valor. Definitely wish I played this in the main. I should have went 2-2 and 2 with my hand traps at the very least. Should have played Valor in the main. My bad. Play Valor in the main deck. Then I have 3 Twin Twisters in case I fought a back row deck. Same with 3 Red Reboot. Just in case I fought a back row deck. Then 3 Gozen and 3 Rivalry, because they're all, like, everything is like Earth Rocks outside of, outside of my extra deck, it's basically all Earth Rocks or a combination of the two. So, this is really helpful in this deck. Now, as far as playing competitively goes, this is not the most competitive deck ever. And I had fun. I had fun with the deck. But definitely, if you want to win, don't play this. It's discount ABCs. So, with that, I hope you guys like, subscribe, comment, all the wonderful YouTube stuff, and stay tuned for the next deck profile. We got Noah over here with his Burning Abyss in the next video. Peace.